Racing takes place at Hollywoodbets Durbanville on Saturday, the 19th of August 2023. It is, of course, a double-header racing alongside Turffontein, and race number 1 out at Hollywoodbets Durbanville will be the start of the bar pot at 1:15. It is an 8-race program, and race number 1 is a maiden plate over 1,000 meters. And I'm joined by Graham Hawkins on the line. Graham, how are you doing?
All good, thank you, Rahil. Yeah, first race maiden plate, in fact. First 6 races, all maiden plates. Interesting card.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully we managed to find these winners in the maiden plates, and the guys managed to clean up on the day. Now, race number 1, warm winter night, your favourite at around 9 to 10. It is 4-1 about Connery. First timer from the Glen Cotton yard, 9-2 Unicorn Alert. And then it's 7-1 in Better Bar those. Now, obviously this horse back to 5 furlongs could just be ideal for him, and he's got a good draw to deal with. But could he be opposable?
Yeah, I don't think I'd be rushing to take odds on. He clearly has the best form in the race of those that have run before, number 3, Warm Winter Night. His best run was probably second to Yamadori. That came out and ran well, and prior to that he was a distant third behind Cafe Culture, but at least that's come out to win again. So the form is not bad, but he could be vulnerable to promising first-timers. The number 6 Connery and number 8 Unicorn Alert on pedigree make a lot of appeal. Connery, I think they're expecting to run well, but Warm Winter Night is drawn better than either of those two. Great Cat and Jet Green can improve. So clearly Warm Winter Night is the one to beat. Those that have run before should be behind him at the line, but not sure what to expect from Connery and Unicorn Alert. If they are special, then they could turn this favourite over.
Just horse number 1, Great Cat. I'll keep a very close eye on this individual. There was a bit of support for him on debut, a bit of talk as well, and he's been given a lengthy layoff. But if he's able to do himself justice after that rest, he could just be a horse that you want to include in race number 1. Moving along to race number 2, over 1,250 meters. The start of the place accumulator at 1,350. And the Coastal Commander tops betting boards at, we'll call it 6 to 10, 7-1 about Kalpse Klopsie. It's then 8-1 and Better Bar those. Now, this horse, Coastal Commander, 3 runs, 3 seconds, drawn in gate number 1. Last time out, he just cost himself by hanging. But Graham, this should be pretty much a straightforward race for him, and he should be I think he should come home lonely in this event.
Certainly has all the form. You know, he's run second, as you mentioned, 3 starts in a row. I think the heavy ground was his undoing last time when going slightly further over 1,400 meters. He was just found wanting in the closing stages, but drawn in pole position, ridden by Bernard Fader. The extra half a kilo that he puts up should be of no consequence. So Coastal Commander, one of the nap bets for the day. Banker in the place accumulator, banker in the bipot. But there is an interesting first timer which does not appear to be that well fancied on debut, but certainly worth a mention, and that is, of course, number 4, Foudre, by Fire Away, trained by Candice Bass Robinson, to be ridden by Craig Zaki for Lady Laidlaw's Kaya Stables. This is the half-brother to Rainbow Bridge, to Hawam, and to Golden Ducat out of that wonderful mare Halfway to Heaven. But the pre-race comments are that perhaps we'll need the experience. So Coastal Commander looks to cut above the opposition here.
Yeah, and just with number 4, Foudre, the obviously Halfway to Heaven, the dam, the boys tend to be a lot more better than the filly. So maybe this one is definitely one that you want to pencil in to those notebooks. Moving along to racer number 3 on the program, 1,250 meters, 2 is the off time, and the time that you need to get those pick 6 bets on by. And here, Greeting My Master is your favorite at 9 to 10. It is Tenango at 5 to 2. That's found early support from around 4 to 1. It is 6 to 1 about Lindbergh, 8 to 1 Night Bomber, and then it's 10 to 1 and Better Bar those. Number 2, Gift of Grace, is your early scratching. It's quite an interesting race, Graham, because this was Greeting My Master. He was actually supported on debut, and then obviously come race time he drifted out, questioning a comfortable winner. Then we've got Tenango, who ran a very pleasing race on debut. He was actually the eye-catcher in the race. And this was Night Bomber. Now, he found a lot of support on debut. I think he shortened into 3 to 1 at some stage, and then there was an alarming drift about him. But it could potentially be a hot maiden in the making.
Yeah, look, on paper, it does appear 2 horse race. This is the opening leg of the pick 6, and number 7, Greeting My Master, number 8, Tanango, do look tough to turn over. So the short list for the pick 6 would definitely be number 7, Greeting My Master. Obviously, questioning runs in the last race today, which I strongly fancied, and I'm hoping that Greeting My Master will frank that form. But there is early money for Tanango, as you've mentioned, so you've got to respect that. So at the very least, you've got to include in every bet number 7, Greeting My Master, number 8, Tanango. I'm going to put both into the pick 6, both into the bipod, both into the place accumulator. But yes, you mentioned that number 1, Night Bomber, out of a very quick mare, Evening Attire. She was a very fast mare, Evening Attire, drawn in pole position. That could have any amount of scope for improvement. The same comment applies to number 9, Lindbergh. Grant van Niekerk, who's been in fine form riding for Justin Snaith. Justin Snaith doesn't have the strongest hand in today's card, which is interesting, but he can always pick up a race here or there. And of course, there's a well-bred first timer, number 4, Terminator. But I'm in the camp of number 7, Greeting My Master, to beat home number 8, Tanango. And I'm inclined to think I'm only going to include those 2 in all my bets.
I would be tempted to include number 1, Night Bomber, just on the support on debut, and he was a 700,000 rand purchase, and maybe the inside draw run under the belt could certainly do him a world of good. But number 7, Greeting My Master, number 8, Tanango, the top 2 in the market, and they could certainly fight out the finish. Race number 4, maiden plate for the fillies and mares, the start of Jackpot 1, 3 o'clock is the off time. Favourite Red Moon Rising at 22 to 10, a bit of early support from around 28 to 10. Strata at 5 to 2, 5 to 1. Listen to the Ocean, 8 to 1, and Better Bar those. Now number 3, Red Moon Rising, very nice run last time out, trying to go from start to finish, wasn't beaten far, and she should certainly give a huge account of herself. But for me, I think number 9, Listen to the Ocean, is the value in the race, Graham, at around, call it, 5 to 1 in the market. Last time out, maybe she just needed that outing to tighten up. And I think with Richard sticking with the ride, it is a huge positive. And I think this filly will run a huge race.
Yeah, I think this is a little more trappy than races 2 and 3, which we've been able to narrow down fairly confidently. I think there are quite a few with claims in this race. Number 3, Red Moon Rising, obvious claims on its last 2 starts. Number 4, Trey Schick, does not appear to be the stable elect, but certainly one to consider for trifectas, quartets, well drawn, nice form. Number 7, Strata, has been there and thereabouts throughout her career, and could win a race of this nature, that's for certain. You've mentioned number 9, Listen to the Ocean. Would have needed that last run in the soft ground, perhaps will appreciate going back to the firmer ground. So Listen to the Ocean with Richard Faria aboard can certainly improve. Ice Rain, a very well-bred first-timer. My top choice, despite the poor draw, is number 12, Fatal Gem, for Brett Crawford and William Cotwood, not well drawn. Ran second to Flying V in its penultimate start, and then was 4th behind Montalina in one of the hottest races of the year so far as the maidens are concerned. In the
Graham, just quickly,
direct winners from 8 runners from that Montalina form line.
Just quickly, so, Graham, I see that number 12 has been scratched.
Choice.
I see that it's a late scratching, Graham.
Oh, I checked the scratchings just before we went on air this morning, and it wasn't scratched then. So my apologies. All of that wonderful assessment of his chances for naught. Okay, well then it's very open. I'm going to go wide in this race. I guess my first choice, in the absence of number 12, Fatal Gem, which must have been scratched after I checked it this morning, would be number 7, Strata. But I think there are many here with chances.
Yeah, certainly quite an open race, and you can make a case for quite a few horses in this event, and possibly in terms of the exotics, you want to include a few. Race number 5, 1600 meters the trip. It is a maiden plate, and here Lusa Verde, your favorite, has drifted though from 8 to 10 out to 18 to 10. 33 to 10 about Marshall Field. Diamond Rock at 9 to 2. Greenland 7 to 1. He's got a terrible draw once again. It's an 8 to 1 and Better Bar those. Now 1600 meters a distance. This horse from the Brett Crawford yard, he made some eye-catching headway on debut, and the step up in trip is only going to suit him down to the ground. He comes in a draw now with a scratching of number 5, and so it will be draw number 9. But I'm still going to be with this horse, Greenland. Last time out, when he was actually set to run, we were in his camp and then he was scratched. But despite him being drawn, worst of all, I think he could certainly make his presence felt now that he steps up to 1600 meters.
raced both occasions behind Shrishriwi, obviously, and last time was not in a maiden. It was against winners. The draw is an obvious worry, not only for Greenland, also for Norshon, and to a degree also for the favourite number 10, Luce Verde, who, as you said, made eye-catching headway over the last 200 metres in very heavy ground behind Le Legionnaire. We don't know how strong that form is, but number 10, Luce Verde, is certainly going to appreciate stepping up to 1,600 metres. The draw favours number 1, Marshall Field. He's a year older than the youngsters. He's been knocking around in the maidens for a while, but he's been runner-up in his last 2 starts. Drawn in pole position over 1,600 metres. He should go well. And number 6, Diamond Rock, cannot be ignored. Certainly comes into the race with a bright chance for Elder de Meyer and Candice Bass Robinson. Now, these maidens, normally we can narrow them down because there are only a few with real, genuine claims to winning, but I don't think race 5 fits that bill. So 1, Marshall Field, 6, Diamond Rock, 10, Luce Verde, 13, Norshon, and your fancy number 14, Greenland. They all rate chances. If you're going to narrow it down, I would go 1, 10, and 14 of Marshall Field, Luce Verde, and Greenland. But I'm not sure you can confidently leave out Diamond Rock. Perhaps you can get away with dismissing the chances of Norshon. So it's a competitive race. I'm still leading towards number 10, Luce Verde, because he could be anything. And he could certainly improve a great deal over this distance. So my marginal first choice would be number 10, Luce Verde. But healthy respect for Marshall Field, Diamond Rock, and Greenland.
Yeah, Luce Verde just needs to confirm that impressive first run, and he'll certainly go very, very close in this event over a trip that should suit him down to the ground. Competitive race number 5. If you aren't in the camp of the 10 horse here, well then there are possible others that you want to include. Race number 6, 1,600 metres, a maiden plate for the fillies and mares, and your favourite is horse number 7 at around 28 to 10 in the market. It's number 5 at 33 to 10 along with Montreal. It's an 11 to 2. And Better Bardos, quite an interesting race over 1,600 metres, because we've got a couple of horses that improved quite significantly last time out, and they obviously are given huge chances in this event. But this horse, Red Palace, now drawn out deep, but I think maybe a bit of value in the race at around 8 to 1 in the market, Graham. I think the step up to 1,600 metres could actually suit her quite nicely, and she'll no doubt strip a much fitter horse.
Yeah, she has a chance. She's not on my short list, but clearly has a chance. Number 10, Red Palace. Anthony Andrews now takes over the reins from Gareth Wright. That's improving nicely, as is number 9, Donna Moe. But I'm going to sit on the fence one more time with number 9, Donna Moe as well. I've given enough chances to number 3, Go Like Flow, so I'm happy to pass that by. Number 1, Could It Be from pole position, that can also improve further. Not bad. The first 2 starts, only its 3rd appearance, steps up to 1,600 metres from 1,200 metres. So those are the runners that could certainly improve. But I'm going to rest my hopes with 3 runners, number 5, 2 A Penny, number 6, Montreal, and number 7, Passion Doll. Lots to like about Passion Doll's last 2 runs, and she's got a lovely pedigree, the daughter of Kirari. So number 7, Passion Doll, will be my first choice ahead of 5, 2 A Penny, and 6, Montreal. But if you're not in the camp of those 3 and you're looking beyond those 3, then you've got to consider, number 1, Could It Be, number 3, Go Like Flow, number 9, Donna Moe, and your fancy, number 10, Red Palace, which certainly has a chance. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, another event that is quite competitive, and Graham mentioned numbers 5, 6, and 7 as his 3 horses that he's going to play around in race number 6. But once you look past those, there's many more in with chances, and maybe a bit of value with number 10, Red Palace. Race number 7, KP Stakes over 1,400 metres, and this event jumps at 16.43. Your favourite in this lineup is Narina Trigon at 5 to 1. It is Charlie Croker at 11 to 2, along with Augusta Blue, 8 to 1, San Pedro, 10 to 1. And Better Bardos. Now, Narina Trigon, drawn in gate number 2, and I'm very happy to see this horse back over 1,400 metres, Graham, because his last 3 starts have been over the mile. He just doesn't seem to finish his races off over 1,600 metres, and I think the drop-in trip could just be what this horse requires. Good draw, and Aldo aboard once again, so I think he's going to go close. And yeah, I know it's a wide-open race and a wide-open betting market, 5 to 1 the field, but he would be the top selection for me.
Yeah, Candice Bass Robinson holds a very strong hand here. Now, the going has quickened up nicely at Hollywoodbets Durbanville, as we saw over the last 2 days, but there was rain around in Cape Town yesterday. I'm not sure to what extent that might slow the going up, because I think Narina Trigon is better on good ground, has been struggling a little bit in the softer conditions. I say a little bit because it hasn't run that bad. As you say, it's cracked a good draw, but this is a very, very competitive Cape B Stakes over 1,400 metres. It's wide open. They're betting 9-2 the field, and Arena Drogon is the favourite. Stable companion Charlie Croker. I wonder if there's a more consistent horse around over this particular trip in the country. First of all, it's been placed in 14 of 16 lifetime starts, and look at its distance form: 6 starts for 2 wins and 4 seconds. That's quite incredible that he's been holding the form that well. Not drawn as well as Narina Trogon, of course, but Gareth Wright has been doing a good job for the Candice Bass-Robinson stable. So you've got to throw in number 10, Charlie Croker. He loves the trip. Even the third string to a bow, number 11, Michael Faraday, has shown improvement in his last 2 starts. Good surprise. There are many with chances. The only other one I'd like to mention is the one drawn in pole position, number 1, Kariaku. I think that has certainly got a chance. Ran less than a length behind Charlie Croker back in March. Is now 2 kilograms better off and drawn in pole position. So I'm going to go with all 3 of Candice Bass-Robinson's runners as my shortlist, but include number 1, Kariaku. And I'm going to have faith that one of those 4 horses are going to get me through, because if you're looking beyond that, you've got to include the field.
Yeah, horse number 1, Kariaku, at around 14-1 in the market. Could certainly be some decent value from the best of the draws now, going over 1,400 meters. But a competitive event and a race where you possibly want to look for cover in those exotics. Race number 8, the final race on the day. It's a Cape C Stakes over 1,400 meters. 18 minutes past 5 is the off time for race number 8. Questioning your 2-1 favorite, like the Clappers, 5-1. Kimball O'Hara, 11-2 at 6-1. And Better Bar those. Now this horse questioning, we'll obviously have to wait and see how Greet Him on Master does run. But all he could do was win last time out, and he did that. He was a comfortable winner. The step up in distance looks set to suit this individual, and from the best of the draws, he's definitely a horse that's going to go very, very close, Graham.
I think he's the one to beat. I think he's going to go back-to-back. Even his debut run when he ran second to Cafe Culture came out to win again just last weekend, so that form has been franked. I'm expecting Greeting My Master to frank the form earlier in the day. Depending on how you structured your bets earlier, particularly with the reference to race 7, if you decide that my short list of 4 is not enough and you want to go the field, then I would suggest you bank a questioning in the last. If you're not that sort of confident about questioning, there are a few others to consider, because when you look past him, it's a very evenly matched field. Sylvan Theatre, like the Clappers, Kimball O'Hara, Masked Vigilante, they look next best in the race. Possibly Captive Moon with a lightweight from a nice draw could also surprise. But I'm going to label this horse questioning. I think he's above average. I may be proven to be wrong. But I think he's above average. The others are all well tried, well tested. He could have any amount of scope for improvement. So I'm confident that I'll get a good run for my money with questioning in the last, and hopefully he ends up in the winner's enclosure, because I'm not trying to beat him.
Yeah, he's definitely the horse to beat, and he's the one that's got the most scope for improvement. I'll just throw in one more horse, number 10, Masked Vigilante. He's the old and faithful horse, Graham. And I think that the day we leave him out, I think that's the day that he'll certainly pop up again. But I actually think 1,400 meters at this stage in his career could suit him.
That could be so, and he's got good form at Hollywoodbets Durbanville. He's had 4 starts there for a winner, second and a fourth. So I actually agree with you. I do make number 10, Masked Vigilante, the principal threat to number 1 questioning. We've been on Kimball O'Hara so many times. We've been on like the Clappers so many times. Kind of want to give up on those horses, but Masked Vigilante probably presents as being the most serious threat to questioning, along with perhaps Captive Moon of that weight, because remember, questioning's given quite a lot of weight to Captive Moon. But I'm not looking for spooks. I'm not looking for ghosts. I'm going all in with questioning in the last.
Questioning the horse to beat in race number 8 on the day, and maybe some exactors and swingers with horse number 10, Masked Vigilante. That is the 8 races out at Hollywoodbets Durbanville on Saturday. It looks to be quite a competitive card, but a card where you could go lighter early on as the card progresses. It does look to be a bit more tougher with those maiden plates, and of course race number 7, a big field that line up over 1,400 meters. But Graham, thanks very much for your time, and hopefully we've guided the guys in the right direction and they can make some cash on Saturday.
Yeah, well, let's hope Coastal Commander delivers early and Questioning delivers later.
Yeah, Vaughan, Marshall, Bernard, Faderhub looking to have a double on the day. But all the best, guys. Hopefully Saturday is a profitable one for you.